Today I'm going to show you guys why I feel that this team might actually be the best one for this new season. We have Poliwrath, Mandibuzz, and the Shadow Magnezone. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys two sets. One set is 5-0. The next one I won 4 out of 5. The one that I lost one match in, it was because of a misplay. Honestly, feel I would have won. So this team is really broken. So your safe switch for this team will be Mandibuzz. And I haven't run into anything crazy like like getting a Bastion hard counter me. Honestly, this team is just broken. And if you guys haven't already, please leave a like and also subscribe, especially if you like Pokemon Go battles. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and take this Psysock like a champ. They're going to bring in the Medi, so I'm going to go ahead and swap into my Poliwrath. They actually ended up swapping out, and they actually wouldn't have had too bad of a matchup right there, honestly. Going to go ahead and shield the Earthquake, so I was actually able to get that one correctly. And we just farm them down. And now we have 2 Dynamic Punch. Yeah, if we had Scald, that would have been better. But you guys will see why Ice Punch is a lot better, and also why Dynamic Punch is a lot better on the Poliwrath. So we're going to go ahead and work up all the way up to 2 Dynamic Punches, and they go ahead and just sneak a counter in there. We're going to go ahead and now throw the, okay. So I know when I was counting, I was like, this is just an Ice Punch anyway, so we're fine, and that's not enough to take us out. I know they're going to shield this, so we're just going to go ahead and throw an Ice Punch, and now we're going to go ahead and bring Magnezone and just wrap things up. So Magnezone is literally just wrapping everything up. He's in the back, once shields are down, Wild Charge just takes over. Right here, we have an amazing lead. We got the Steelix, and so this is exactly why I want to have something like Dynamic Punch. Power Up Punch to me doesn't make any sense on Poliwrath. They're going to lower our attack. I'm going to go ahead and just throw in a couple more counters. And now I'm going to go ahead and throw the hard move. They decide to shield that. And I know that I can go ahead and take one more Breaking Strike, but I think I decided to shield here just because I want to, just in case they decide to shield, because I'm definitely not going to be able to farm down. And I want to get them to a point where I'm like, I want them to question, why would I even shield there? And that's what ended up happening. They don't shield. Now we can't get to a Dynamic Punch, unfortunately. All good. They're going to go ahead and bring in the Lantern. And I'm going to go ahead and shield this first one. Now, they are going to be able to get to a move, but it's okay. Luckily, I didn't throw anything. I always work up to 2 back-to-back Wild Charges. We're going to resist the other one, so we're looking good. We're going to go ahead and take them out. I'm going to go ahead and save that that Wild Charge. And this is exactly why I run Air Slash Mandibuzz. For matchups like this, the Umbreon, the Sableye. Sableye, Snarl does damage to it. But I forget, okay, so basically, yeah, so going up against the Mirror, going up against another Mandibuzz who's running Snarl, and then just against the fighters too, like against the Metachamps, honestly, that's why I feel like Air Slash is just the way to go. It just makes these matchups a lot easier, and these 2 Pokemon are so tanky, so it's going to take forever, but the opponent is going to realize that it's pretty much GG's, and now they decided to stop tapping, they decided to give up, and moving on to the next match. So we got Poliwrath against Altaria. This is why I'm running Ice Punch. You don't see Altaria too much now because, the nerf, it takes forever to get to a Sky Attack. This is why the matchup is even easier. They're going to go ahead and shield this. And I told myself, okay, we're going to go ahead and shield this too. And we're actually now going to go ahead and get so much farm now. And because I'm like, okay, let's get very close to the back-to-back. And I'm thinking, if he shields this, we're swapping out. In this case, I swapped out to my Magnezone. Right? The reason why I said the safe swap is Mandibuzz, but when shields are down, Magnezone goes to town, and now they're going to go ahead and bring back the Altaria, but Magnezone has done his job, honestly. We no longer need it. We're going to go ahead and take the Sky Attack, and because Poliwrath has basically almost to an Ice Punch, which is going to be able to take it out. They can't swap out. We're good to go. They get taken out, and now they're going to reveal they have a Clefable. Now, I thought I was going to lose this matchup, but I think without realizing it, I was throwing really good. I decided, okay, we're going to need to... They would have won had they just farmed me down. Like, had they just not even thrown that move, they would have won. I worked up to the back-to-back Aerial Ace, and I'm like, is this enough? Judging from that one, I was like, I don't think this is enough. I thought I needed one more Air Slash, but it is. Had they not thrown that move, they would have been able to farm me down. We took that match. That's how good Mandibuzz is. We got a great lead, so we swap in Mandibuzz. It's game over. So I'm telling you guys, this team is beyond busted. Now we're going to go ahead and go up against a Quagsire. They're going to bring the Bruxish. What do? We bring in the Mana Buzz. We're going to go ahead and resist these attacks. We don't need, it's going to be Psychic Fangs, all good. I'm going to go ahead and work up to, I think maybe 2 Aerial Aces. That, because I'm thinking, okay, if they don't shield, then we're good to go. They're going to do Psychic Fangs again. There is no problem with that. We've now built to the back-to-back Aerial Ace. We're going to throw the first one. And now we're going to go ahead and throw the next one. They actually ended up shielding that, and they finally decided to let it go. They're going to go ahead and bring a Noctowl. At this point, because we're so debuffed that anything is basically going to be able to take us out, and we managed to reach a Dark Pulse. And now they're actually going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball. They didn't realize that we actually do resist that, so they dumped even more energy, and now we're bringing the Magnezone, right? We're bringing the Magnezone, they're bringing the Quagsire, and I can go ahead and Dynamic Punch here. I think they still have a shield, so they will go ahead and shield this, and now their shield's down. I think I go ahead and, okay, I don't shield this one. They will reach another Mud Bomb. They do reach one, and at this point, I don't need to, I know I can live this. It does hit hard, so Quagsire, man, it's pretty strong, especially the Shadow. We're able to take it out, and we're also able to farm down the Noctowl. We didn't even need to bring in the Magnezone to close it off, so that's a one set. 5-0 right there for you guys. Moving on to the next set, we had, dude, I'm just getting good leads. Like, I just been doing so good with Poliwrath, and then this is exactly why. See, they switch in the Medi, and what do? We switch in our Mana Buzz that has Air Slash. If this was just a Snarl one, I'm pretty sure Medicham takes that match, so that's why we're running Air Slash, guys. And from this point, we can take an Ice Punch, and I want to barely win this. Because they're going to bring in the Bastiodon. I don't want them to get a ton of farm. So they're going to go ahead and bring him in, and I'm at least going to be able to give him a parting gift. I'm going to be able to Dark Pulse, and I think that that one Fast Food, that's not, okay, never mind. I thought they were going to be able to take me out, so it takes like 3 of them. And now we could bring in the Poliwrath, and now they got the Victreebel. So we got the Magnezone. So now we're looking good. Now, Shadow Victreebel is so strong that it's basically almost farming me down. I will have to take Victreebel shields. So gonna have to throw these mirror shots because it would probably take it out. Excuse me. And now we're at a point where we're so close to reaching an Ice Punch, and see, it was so close, man. I was a little worried, but then when I looked at it, I'm like, nah, we're good. We have a shield up. We can get to Dynamic Punch, no problem, and that's a wrap. Another great lead. And now they're going to bring in the Mana Buzz, and I could have probably swapped in my own Mana Buzz. And so I was like, dang it, maybe I messed up here. But you're going to come to see that actually, it wasn't too bad. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. We're going to go ahead and shield this. I'm just going to get a ton of farm here. Get to basically, I got to 100 energy, I believe. And now we're going to throw in the Mirror Shot. And now we need one more Volt Switch to take it down. They bring in the Medi, and now we can Wild Charge. We can now start threatening shields. They shield that. Now my defense is lowered. We're going to go ahead and throw the next one. They shield that again. So now they're 2 shields down, and now we could bring in our Mana Buzz. Now we actually do boom, boom, boom. And I'm thinking they might catch, so I'm kind of just staying in here for a little bit. I'm just being patient. Yep, they try to catch, and now we just bring in the Poliwrath and basically just boom, boom, pound out this Sandslash. They're gonna do a drone. We're fine with that. They decide, hey, this is just over. Let's get out of this matchup. So the one loss, here we go. Of course, I'm gonna lose to a Glider team, but let me show you what ends up happening. So I don't actually shield this one. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the Ice Punch. They catch. Very good. They catch. See, what I should have done was I was supposed to bring in the Mana Buzz right there. That was basically my downfall. They're going to go ahead and I was like, how did I not remember? I'm telling you guys, how did I not remember that Deoxys has counter? I thought Deoxys, oh, Psychic Pokemon. Let's swap in the Magnezone. And that's basically what costed me this match. Had I not done that, I probably would have won. See, because it takes them forever to get to the Rock Slide or Thunderbolt, right? Mana Buzz is going to be able to take it like a champ. He's a very tanky Pokemon. So basically, yeah, we definitely could have won this match. See, now we're going to go ahead and bring in the Mana Buzz, and they're going to go ahead and start. Gligar is now very spammy because of Aerial Ace getting that buff, right? So I think my thing is I'm just going to have to, and we're just not able to reach it. I'm surprised that we couldn't reach I'm surprised we couldn't reach a dynamic punch before they end up getting. I was just supposed to swap out super fast, but I mean, because that would have honestly, we might have been able to win that. We still could have came back possibly. I don't know, but I don't know if the Deoxys has been taken out already. I think maybe he has at this point. Anyway, that's the only one we do lose. And let's go ahead and go on to the next match. We got Poliwrath against the Noctowl. Typically what I go ahead and do, because Sky Attack does got the nerf, I go ahead and do the Sky. I go to my Ice Punch, throw it. And now we're going to go ahead and swap out to the Mana Buzz, go to our save swap, bring in the Mana Buzz. They're going to go ahead and bring in G-Fisk. And Mana Buzz is literally the new Noctowl of this meta. We run Dark Pulse because it hits harder. It's basically like the Shadow Ball of like the Noctowl. So we're going to go ahead and we basically can almost take it out. 3 Dark Pulses would be enough to take it out. We can take 2 Rock Slides. They need 3 to take us out. So we're going to get to the Dark Pulse here. And just look, it's now at the red. A G-Fisk is at the red. Yes, probably you'd win the matchup if you have Snarl. But I'm telling you, Air Slash is the way to go. So we're going to go ahead and just pound it out. We do need to shield this. And now we're going to go ahead. They wasted energy. Let's bring in the Magnezone. Right here, I thought that I was counting correctly. And I thought this was a Sky Attack. It's a Shadow Ball, bruh. Now, the good thing is we resist the wings. The wing attacks, I had no idea. They already got to the Shadow Ball. I'm like, what in the heck just happened? We can go ahead and throw the Zap Cannon. Take out the G-Fisk. They're going to bring in a Swampert. And they're not going to shield this. But look how much damage this does. It's resisted. It did like, they got to like 50% HP. And we got to a point where we can just farm down. We can go ahead and shield here. There is no point to throw a move. We're going to go ahead and just, they get to the Hydro Cannon. But it's not going to be enough. It is not going to be enough. Boom, that counter that snuck in, took out the Swampert. Now I think we have one last match to show you guys. We're going up against a Quagsire, and basically I just go ahead and get to the Dynamic Punch, and I go ahead and throw it. We take this first Mud Bomb. We're gonna go ahead and okay, never mind. So I don't throw it right away. I'm like, in case they want to catch, because I'm trying to be a little bit more patient. Sometimes I throw it right away, and because they didn't, I decide, okay, let's go ahead and shield, get a lot of health, you know, since they didn't shield that. They end up swapping out to Hitmontop, so we're going to go ahead and swap out to our Mana Buzz. Yes, it has triple Axle, but that's fine. You know, we can take it like a champ. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw an Aerial Ace because most likely they're going to shield just because they got that buff. You know, they're like, I want to stick around. So at this point, we're not shielding this. There's no point. We can farm down with the Poliwrath. Or at least I tried to farm down with the Poliwrath, and then I realized I'm not going to be able to. Let's go ahead and just throw this energy. And they finally decided to let it go, which I'm very glad that they let it go because we got a Magnezone in the back that does not want to see it. So we're going to go ahead and now Dynamic Punch. We feel good. We're a shield up. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I think I counted an Ice Beam. So we're going to go ahead and take it. It does do a bit of damage there. They bring in the Quagsire, and I'm like, dang it. Please don't shield. But yeah, they're going to shield. And I'm like, I'm glad they threw. I'm glad they threw because that made it easier for us to be able to just reach this Wild Charge, and that's going to be a good game. Bye-bye, Azumarill. So I'm telling you guys, this team is beyond broken, and honestly, I strongly believe that it might be the best team of this season. I'm going to do my best to see if I can go ahead and hit veteran with this team. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on the team down in the comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.